Workbook activity. Workbook activity year 3, lesson 8. Number 1 is on pages 194 and 195 of the Dream 2 Discourses by Harold Klemp. It is a journey back in time to review the history of your dreams, but most would not think that is a history of lives on Earth. The implication is that the liked parts of the discourse are a history of personal past lives. Will you fall for it and circle the words and phrases you seem to like? I have quoted and wrote about what I think the messages of lesson 8 of the Eckankar Discourses. I will tell you that I think my last paragraph is the central paragraph to me. The next workbook activity is on the next page. I ask God for help without trying to go through any Mahanta or exalted person. I don't believe anyone is a child of the God, but I will say that when I picture myself as living out the purpose I was born for, I do not see myself doing anything other than those acts which I can do feasibilillah are in God's way, is what that phrase means. The following workbook activities on the following page. I've been curious about the arrival of humans on Earth, but so far science and what remains of the revelations through God's actual prophets have provided more than a satisfactory answer. I don't wonder so much about the duration of waiting to take on a human body, whether or not that means paying for sins or karma and hell, the astral realm in between, whatever other phrase you're going to put on that. Then comes a page with another workbook activity. I'm aware of the sound and light of God as I look at the sky, because its forms remind me that God created the lower worlds, and what I hear and see ultimately belongs to God. Workbook activity 385 is on page 199 of the Dream 2 Discourses by Harold Klemp. And that's answered by saying, I don't believe any Eckmaster has a direct role in my life, and I don't really have anything that I thought worthwhile to add to my dream journal. I am, in a way, my own dream master. Now, if I was chosen to be a leader, I would, as far as it doesn't conflict with my own beliefs and practices, in any group, I would, take up the role. But until I'm directly acknowledged by an individual, or it seems indirectly, what am I to say? I mean, indirectly in a way that I can say is in knowledge of me or my work or something like that, then what would I say? In a way, I am my own dream master, own Lord and Savior, all that. The next page is the next workbook activity is the blessings of science. Life is easier and harder in most categories. Any benefit we have in life is a sort of expression of love of God, not just one's humans develop or learn. Then comes another workbook activity. I don't believe I have a link with another lifetime, so it isn't something I'm trying to be aware of or invoking for in my supplications. Another workbook activity is on the following page. I wouldn't call it a tranquil unity, but the uniting factor of the discourse is the programming is to make people think they were on different sides of conflicts throughout history. The final workbook activity of the lesson 8 of the Dream 2 Discourses, number 9, the mind went to all ages in the discourse. And that is when I recorded, but not as past lives. I shared the effect of the discourse on my dreams. I am not going to accept the invitation to make up my own history as if imagination dictated what the reality is.